Hey, Chris Lipe here with a how to sing like Billie Eilish. As I've been diversifying into different artists, different styles, she's come up a lot as far as you guys asking me to unpack her voice. And I've read in several areas that people compare Billie to Jeff Buckley, as in she's kind of a female version of Jeff Buckley in some ways. And as a huge fan of Jeff Buckley, I can see this and I can hear it. So I'm excited to unpack Billie's voice for you in this video. We're going to look at some footage from an at-home concert, so it's live, and it's a Tiny Desk home concert. She knows how to emotionally connect to her voice while maintaining a very quiet, and some people would say, she's weak, she has no dynamics. I completely disagree. She's able to utilize a limited dynamic range without ever getting super loud or in your face and create tons of dynamic perception. I think this is really important for all of us singers who think that one volume or one loudness is the only way to really connect. And it's just not possible to do what she does or any other great singer without learning how to feel your voice, learning how to learn about your voice. If you'd like help with that, click the link below and join my free voice course, and I'll help you do that.
I can't seem to focus, and you don't.
Okay, let's set the stage right off. I feel like I need to talk quieter. I can't seem to focus. There is a very thin line between what she's doing with her voice, singing-wise. Get a little bit of subtle stage whisper going, like this, but hold back a bit of air. And then practice engaging your vocal cords and go in and out of that. This is going to help us learn about the type of dynamic response she's channeling here. This is not, I can't seem to focus. It's not that. This is, I can't. And you hear her going in and out of this, subtly holding back air and engaging her vocal cords in a very quiet way. Let's keep going.
To notice I'm not here. I'm just a mirror.
Right there. Mirror.
You check
To exaggerate it.
your complexion to find your reflections all.
And she's getting her face involved a little bit. You'd think singing this quietly, there wouldn't be this need to get your face involved. She's doing that primarily for performance. Reflection. Some of that stuff. It doesn't look near as good when I do it. But when you engage your face in a way that you don't need to, it enhances your performing connection. When you are modifying your face to hit certain notes is when we get into trouble. There's two very different camps there.
Alone, I had to go.
Listen to how she's on the verge of whispering.
Can't you hear me?
Can't you hear me? Engage the note and then push into it after releasing the note. Hear me? Can't you? Don't be afraid if there's some things that, your pitch goes a little weird, and stay relaxed and practice engaging and disengaging your vocal cords along with this sound. We're holding back enough air uh, to keep from losing our breath, right? That's one of the main challenges when we go to sing quietly like this is, believe it or not, we run out of breath too quickly.
Yeah, I'm not coming home.
Love that subtle harmony back there. It's great.
Do you understand? I've changed my plans, 'cause
Singing at this level, and I was going to point out earlier that you can tell just how quiet things are when you compare her inhales to her exhales. She's not much louder than an inhaled breath. And if we want to get better at practicing runs, there's no better way to start feeling out our voice than getting in this Billie Eilish mode and being quiet, connecting with our breath, connecting with subtle compression.
I'm in love with my future.
Now there, you can't tell because she's singing so quietly, but she's switching resonances. With my chest, with my with my future. Few is in her head voice. La chest, la 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 head. Everybody should learn to feel out the dynamic point, the area in which their voice can transfer from chest to head resonance and back and forth without being able to tell listening-wise. La, if I'm doing this, la, 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 la. There's a difference in texture. There's a difference in dynamics. There's a different response with the vocal cords. But when we're quiet, we are allowed by our vocal anatomy to transfer resonances much more seamlessly. She's demonstrating this perfectly.
Can't wait to meet her.
She stayed in chest there. Can't wait to meet. Beautiful vibrato.
I'm in love, but not with anybody else. Just wanna get to know myself.
To know myself. Let's talk a little bit about her vibrato. There's 3 different ways mainly to get vibrato, but we're going to talk about 2 of them. The first is sort of like imitating a goat. To know. Which I think a lot of times when people start trying to get vibrato, they work with the goat. Which is basically holding back air with the area above your larynx. It's similar to the whisper thing she's doing. Just faster. If I really staccato it, that's the movement that I'm using in my throat. This is not, though, what she's doing, which is weird and confusing because she's using so much of her upper throat to moderate her airflow that we'd think that that's also where her vibrato is coming from. But if you listen carefully and you watch her carefully, it's much more like a Jeff Buckley approach, which is less like a goat and more like a ghost. Ghost. What we're doing, if you've never gotten into vibrato before, is to sing super quietly like she's doing, and then practice switching resonances. Head, chest, head, chest, head, chest. This sounds a bit like a ghost when we exaggerate. But with the right amount of airflow, the right amount of dynamics, we make it sound more subtle. This helps us get in touch with vibrato.
I know supposedly I'm lonely now. No, I'm supposed to be unhappy without someone. But aren't I someone?
Love that.
Like to be your answer.
Having the mouth closed. Using airflow moderation. A little subtle push from the diaphragm is going to help you switch and create that vibrato sound. Closing the mouth like she's doing, she's allowing more sound to come through her nose, which she doesn't sound nasal in the negative connotation at all, but it is very nasal. By having her mouth mainly closed, she's able to warm up her sound. She's actually using her face, because it's loose, to create more resonance, more projection. She's using her face to project. Crazy.
'Cause you're so handsome, but I know better than to drive you home.
There's that subtle register change.
You'd invite me in, and I'd be yours again, but I'm in love.
There was a part back there where she went into fry. This is also another good way to check to see where your dynamics are. If you're wanting to sing with this kind of freedom at low volume, get in touch with your fry. Fry and come out of it. Come out of it in a little bit higher register. Higher pitches that you're used to. In other words, we don't need to be down here. We can practice singing quietly. And then engage fry. This helps us feel certain things in our throat and our vocal tract so that we can project in a way that doesn't require a ton of volume.
With my future.
Love it.
And you don't know why.
You don't know why. Again, there's that connection with the subtly holding back breath. So much of good singing, whether you're aggressive singing or whether you're singing quietly, is learning how to feel out and rest in those in-betweens. She's so good at that.
I'm in love, but not with anybody here.
Notice how that note cut out.
I'll see you in
It's okay. She's resting and then in between. She's not afraid of her voice either. So many interesting things to pull from Billie's voice in general, let alone this performance. Quiet down. Practice your airflow moderation at a very quiet level. Learn to rest in the quiet in-betweens. Transferring between resonances will help you develop your vibrato a bit more. Singing quietly will help you discover ways that you can be more agile with your voice. And then as you amp up your volume, you can pull from some of these feels in a gradual and natural way. It's going to impact your voice in amazing ways. Look at Jeff Buckley. He sings quiet, he sings loud, he sings well all across the dynamic spectrum and range. Again, if you'd like more help unpacking your voice, click the link below and join my free voice course. And be sure to make other requests for other vocalists you'd like me to unpack on the channel as well. We'll see you for more.